bought this scoop a while back off Amazon, and my plan is to, or my plan was to alter it similar to mine. So I cut off the ends and printed new ends and glued them on there to fit the medium-sized tray. So this scoop fits perfectly in the medium-sized tray. What I'd like to do different on the next one, and this one is supposed to be for my sister, but maybe I'll keep the new one, give her this one. Anyway, so the things I'd like to change is I'd like to make this taller and then maybe flare it out a little bit so that it really matches the slope on the tray. But that's not too much of importance, but a little bit higher would be nice, because this is barely as high as the tray, and once you start scooping and pushing things in, sometimes it goes off the edge. So a little bit higher would be nice. And then the other piece is the width here. So this is not as wide as the bag, so there's still room for at least another inch out this way. And for most foods that's not a problem, but for a few bigger, chunkier pieces, when you're shaking them down into there, sometimes they get hung up there. So my thought is to warm this up and just flare them back out, or straighten them out a little bit, because this is like for a small popcorn bag or a French fry box or bag, but for what I'm doing, wider would be just fine. So I'm going to try that right now with the heat gun, just warm up this side and see if I can just open that up a little bit without hurting anything else with it, and without getting it so hot that I burn myself. That would be good too. We'll try one side at a time, and a hot sand container would work really well for this, I think. Let's try that real quick. I'm gonna use, I should have planned for some leather gloves. Oh boy, that's very soft. But I didn't soften it up enough at the front too. So I'm gonna just try it like that first. Yeah, I should have softened it more here too. Well, it definitely bends. So let me get a glove. Okay, let's try that again. So I need to warm it up more up into here and across there. But that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna work out. And you can see it's quite a difference already. But I need to warm it up into this area more. But I don't want to get this spot. And by tapping it, I can tell if it's still pretty solid or if it's starting to get a little bit squishy. Yeah, the tone changes quite a lot. Oh, that's nice and flexible. So we'll kind of push this like this. So if I had some kind of mold for it, that would be good. So mainly I want to get these areas more upright. So that's not going to be a perfect match, but it'll open it up enough to help it flow in there better, I think. Yeah, so I should have gone all the way up there. Okay. There. But that's quite a difference. It'll help open that bag higher and allow a wider channel. So I'll do the same thing on this side. I'll try to get all the way up into here. Luckily, it's pretty inexpensive, so if I really mess it up, it's not a giant deal. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. If I had a mold to push it against, that would be nice. Okay, so now you can see there's quite a difference in that shape. The width is still about the same because I couldn't really widen that much, but the curve is considerably different. So if I print something or make something that would fit in there, that would be the ultimate. So maybe I should look for a piece of wood or something that's that size. Let me check for that. But in the meantime, yeah, that opens that bag so much more. Well, I've got this chunk of 2x4, I don't know if I have anything else. I'm thinking I could just warm this up enough to kind of push this into place and mold it smooth around both sides. Again, the worst that'll happen is it won't work. There's another possibility. Oh, now that's a nice size. It's a little bit narrower. I like that. But then I can get a more smooth area on there so it at least looks better. Okay, that's my new plan. There we go. That'll look nicer. Have a nice smooth edge on there. Oh, that looks way better. So I'll do that both sides. And then I can probably use this block to kind of smooth this piece out too. Okay. Yeah, I'll do the same thing here first. Okay, get that in there and squish that along that side. So by doing it this way, I could make it a little bit wider and more even, and maybe I will with the next one. But at least this will look nice and it'll be nice and even. Oh, that looks great. Now, straighten that out a little bit. Let's try that. Okay. That makes it nice. So let that cool against that for just a few seconds. And that's quite hot. There we go. Okay. That looks much better. Now again, I want to raise these sides up later, but for right now, that's an improvement, a big improvement over that for filling up the bags. All right. That can go back in service, and I'll do this same kind of thing to this one, but I think I will maybe cut this block just a little bit or make it that width all the way down. And I'll do that before I do these pieces. That way I can figure out how much I need on those, because I want to make them taller. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good.